All right, guys, so the difficulty in making a video on a subject that's particularly politically charged is most folks have already really decided what side they land on, and you're just waiting to hear my keywords of I am pro-gun or anti-gun so that you can decide whether I'm part of the home team or I'm one of the bad guys, and you can go ahead and quickly click off. So, in good faith, hear me out. I'm against arming teachers because I think it has the wrong connotation. Don't arm them as if all of a sudden we have to thrust a gun upon a bunch of teachers that really don't want anything to do with guns. All I would propose is don't ban teachers from having guns. I'm not the first to put this argument forth, but you look at politicians, even politicians against guns and against, the Second Amendment entirely, are still protected by people with guns. It's the most hypocritical thing I've ever seen of they're anti-gun and then they have personal bodyguards all around them with guns. Celebrities do the exact same thing as they tout their anti-gun agenda, and they're protected by people with guns. And in fact, a lot of guns. I guarantee you all those security guys are like amped up with all kinds of AR-15s and all kinds of sexied out cool guy weaponry. And they're probably doing like one of these as this person's up using the platform, and they don't realize, I have all of those guns, says their security guards and security personnel. Our financial institutions are protected by people with guns, but then when it comes to our children, like in schools, we slap a gun-free zone sign up as if that's really going to keep bad guys out. There's been all kinds of parody videos that have come out on this, where a bad guy's about to enter into a store or shoot someplace up, and then he noticed a gun-free zone sign. He's like, oh, I can't do it, the sign. Bad guys, obviously, you can't make something illegal and expect the bad guys to do it. They're already ready to break the law. So all you're effectually doing is disarming the good guys and their ability to respond. Now, we did have a recent real good win in Maryland. There was a school resource officer that stopped an active killer in his tracks. So rather than going through and killing 18 people or 25 or whatever the body count could have been, this officer returned fire after the shooter had only shot a few people, 2-3 people. I think it was 3. And put the kid down. And I say, Roger that, way to go, warrior poet. How many lives did that person just save? But it wasn't a policy or new law. It wasn't changing the firearm age as if that would have prevented anything. That kid already possessed the guns illegally. That's not stopping it. What stops it is every time some active killer goes on the loose, they're immediately met with good people ready to stand in the divide, risk life and limb so that we can preserve the life of others. Good job. Now, a lot of folks that I know that are teachers are personally reaching out to me and saying, hey, John, what in the world can we do? I mean, I'm worried about the safety of the kids that I love and I teach. What can I do to make them safe? Because right now, all that we've been given is lock the doors, turn out the lights, hide, pretend you're not there. Or, flee, but there's nothing that they're really given. They're like, we're just sitting ducks. What in the world do we do? They can't possess guns. They can't defend themselves because we've outlawed guns in those areas when it comes to protection of our kids. But anyway. Now, also, I will tell you that I've personally trained teachers out there who are very competent in the use of firearms. They carry on them concealed. No students would ever know if they started carrying, and if somebody comes in to shoot the place up, that teacher is trained up, responsible, good to go. So as soon as we say arm the teachers, there seems to be like something terrible about that, because now it's like we're thrusting guns upon teachers that don't want them. And I'm saying don't thrust guns on teachers that don't want them. Just remove the ban so that if teachers want to get training, and if you want to regulate that in some way as a school, not as a government, but as a school, and say, listen, we won't ban you from carrying if at least you take a class on safety and you agree to never let a student see that or the relinquishing of your firearm. You never lose sight of the gun, so you don't off-body carry. Whatever stipulations they want to do, but just open the door so that teachers would be able to lovingly defend their students and wouldn't be forced to comply with a rule that guarantees all their kids would get killed by a murderer, right? So that's all we're asking. I don't think that's too much to ask. But anyway, what are your thoughts? Go ahead and like, subscribe, and share. Different platforms aren't sharing videos like this, so it's really up to organic shares, posting it to your Facebook profile and stuff like that. So I'm really appreciative of anything you can do like that. And go ahead and check out our website. There's Patreon. There's links all below of all kinds of goodies. And train hard, train smart, and I'll see you guys.